Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well. I hope you are having a great week and will have a wonderful Shabbos. We daven that this coming week will be a week of divine protection and blessing for the entire Jewish people, especially for the land of Israel and everyone living there. And especially Hashem should protect and make successful all of those who are fighting and defending the state and land and people of Israel. And of course, we want to wish everyone a Yom Yerushalayim Sameach. Happy Yom Yerushalayim. Today is the day in which we celebrate and thank Hashem for the miracles of the Six-Day War, 1967, specifically the fact that the Jewish people, after millennia, conquered the old city and Har Habayis, and in a moment when there was worry that the entire state of Israel would be destroyed, instead, miracles occurred, and the country of Israel only expanded and grew stronger. And in honor of Yom Yerushalayim, I share a brief Dvar Torah, a brief thought about the city, the eternal capital of the Jewish people, Yerushalayim. The Rambam notes in his Mor Nevuchim that although Yerushalayim is mentioned hundreds of times in Tanakh, it is not once mentioned in the book of the Torah, in the 5 books of Moshe, that although Hashem promises the land of Israel, the land flowing with milk and honey to the Jewish people, he doesn't tell them in advance that Yerushalayim will be the capital. And the Rambam wonders why not. If Hashem would promise and guarantee the land of Israel, why did he not say the same thing regarding Yerushalayim specifically? Hashem, of course, knew that that would be the capital. The Rambam has 2 interesting suggestions. He says, well, if it was already public information that the capital would be Yerushalayim, well, then the Canaanim, the enemies in the land of Israel, would have hardened their defenses around that specific point, making it much more difficult to conquer. So we didn't want to give it away, that was the city in particular that we wanted to conquer. Or the Rambam suggests maybe it would have caused infighting between the tribes, each tribe wanting to hold the land that would eventually become the capital land of Israel. Therefore, it had to be held back. It was a mystery until it could be only revealed later on. Those are the suggestions of the Rambam. However, I'd like to suggest a different, additional explanation of why Hashem did not reveal the place of Yerushalayim, the place of Beis Hamikdash, the capital of the Jewish people, until much later. The covenant between the Jewish people and Hashem is a two-way, two-directional covenant. Hashem gives to us, and we give back to Hashem. We serve Hashem, and Hashem blesses us. It goes in both directions. The land of Israel represents the aspect of our relationship that Hashem just gives to us. Hashem appears to Abraham, and he says, I'm promising to you and to your descendants, the land of Israel. It is not connected to any amount of merit. He doesn't have to do any specific thing. It's just a present. And in fact, according to our sages, Avram was worried, but what if we're not deserving? And the conversation ensues. And of course, it can be that the Jewish people become undeserving and temporarily lose the land of Israel. But fundamentally, it is a present that Hashem gives to the Jewish people simply because he loves us. Yerushalayim is different. Yerushalayim represents the opposite aspect of our relationship with Hashem. Yerushalayim represents that we have to do it. We have to accomplish it. We have to get it. We have to be deserving. Yerushalayim was founded on the place of the Akedah, where Avram showed that I am willing to give the ultimate sacrifice for Hashem. Yerushalayim is the place of the Beis Hamikdash, where the Jewish people continually, so to speak, serve Hashem and are willing to offer sacrifices for him. When David HaMelech established Yerushalayim and conquered it, he first had to figure out on his own, with the help of the Navi, where should the capital be, and then he had to conquer it. And as opposed to Yoshua's conquering of the land of Israel, which happened with the help of miracles that defied the laws of nature, the walls of Jericho falling down, David had to conquer Yerushalayim with his own bravery and ingenuity and the strength of his soldiers without any miracles. Yerushalayim represents the fact that the Jewish people, we have to give to the relationship. We have to conquer. We have to figure it out. We have to explore. And so Hashem couldn't reveal Yerushalayim to the Avos. He couldn't promise it because Yerushalayim represents that which we have to accomplish on our own. Because on the one hand, Hashem loves us so much like a parent loves a child. And therefore, he wants to give us. And he gives us the land of Israel. But also like a proud parent, Hashem wants us to become independent and to have our own accomplishments and our own credits and our own merits. And that is what Yerushalayim represents. that we, the Jewish people, we don't only accept and appreciate the blessings of Hashem, but we stand on our own 2 feet and we want to accomplish for Him. The Gemara says as follows, following teaching, quoting a pasuk in Hosea. The pasuk says, "B'kirbacha kadosh v'lo avo ba'ir." There is holiness in your midst, and I will not come into the city. The Gemara says, because there is holiness in your midst, I won't come into your city. What logic is that? God is speaking. The simple explanation, the context of the pasuk means, since there's something holy, the base of Mikdash in the city, I won't come, meaning to destroy it. But the Gemara says it means something different. Amar Yochanan, Amar Kadosh Baruch Hu, the Holy One, blessed be He, says, Lo avo b'Yerushalayim shalmala, I will not enter the heavenly Jerusalem in heaven. Ad she'avo Yerushalayim shamata, until I can come into the Jerusalem of this world, until you build me the base of Mikdash, until you make it a place deserving of the dwelling of the divine presence. The Gemara tangentially asks, Umi'ik Yerushalayim lamala, is there a Yerushalayim in heaven? Yes, there is. As the verse says, Yerushalayim habnuya ki'ir shechubra yachdav. Yerushalayim, the built city that is interconnected. Normally that means that it unites the Jewish people. Here means that it's connected to the Jerusalem of above. But what is the Gemara here saying? That Hashem himself, he wants to come in, but he can't come in. Lo avo, I won't come until you build Yerushalayim of the earthly world. We have to do it. Hashem won't do it until we do. And that is what we celebrate on Yom Yerushalayim. We thank Hashem that He gave us the ability, that we are able to accomplish, that the Jewish people militarily conquered the old city in Har Habayis, that we had come together unified as a people, and that apparently we were deserving to be meritorious enough to be able to kiss again the stones of the Kotel. And so in this Yom Yerushalayim, we thank Hashem, we daven that we should continue to have such merits as a people and as individuals. We thank Hashem for the gifts that He gives us, and we also strive to grow, to achieve, to accomplish in our spiritual pursuits, in our community building, in all aspects of what it means to be a good Jew in the world today. And we celebrate that today on Yom Yerushalayim. Good Shabbos, everyone. Shabbat Shalom.